Assalamu alaikum, shalom alaikum, Ahmed al-Maligi, the Egyptian peace activist. I love my country like crazy. She's my love, the love of my life. I love my land. I feel the sense of belonging, and the sense of belonging came after 2011, after the revolution. This is when I started to feel that finally the country belongs to me and it's mine. This is why in my articles in the Jerusalem Post I say my Egypt. And I always believe in my flag. I love my flag. I don't hold any other flag. But tonight is different. Tonight I had to put the Israeli flag right behind me, right next to my Egyptian flag, with all pride and honor. Egypt was the very first Arab country to recognize Israel's right to exist. And we did the Camp David Treaty, and everything was going perfect and smooth between the two countries. But after the last 3 weeks and counting of violence, stabbing civilians everywhere, grocery stores, streets, parks, you name it. Jerusalem can have easily 20 attacks per day in 20 different places. And the media is handling this in a way that provoked me and pushed me to the point that I have to put the Israeli flag now and say Israel has the right to be recognized as a country with a society who suffers from issues and problems and bomb shelters and sirens and rockets on the south. People who are facing now attacks every day. So they have all the right to be recognized in the media in a proper, decent, honest way. In journalism, it's a 101, it's one of the basics, that if you write an article, and no matter how good you are, no matter how amazing the article and the amount of effort you put in the article and the sources and the check and double check of everything, the facts before you put it in the article according to your honesty, to perfect the work or the article, you have to give it a good name. Good name that attracts people. For example, to simplify it for you, ladies and gentlemen, it's like my last article I wrote for the J-Post, which was about my research with the Holocaust, my experience with the Holocaust and visiting the death camps. I named it An Egyptian and the Holocaust. So no matter where you are, where you come from, or who you are, or what color, or what religion, once you read a headline like this, An Egyptian and the Holocaust, you think for a second like it doesn't add up, it doesn't match. Well, something is definitely interesting in this article, I must read it. Look, that's it, it's like, you perfect your work. So on October 3rd, there was this tragic incident that I cannot forget. I will never forget what happened then, and it scares me like hell. On October 3rd, there was this 19 years old Palestinian kid with a knife hitting the streets of Jerusalem, randomly picks a family, a husband, a wife, and a 2-year-old son. With his knife, he stabbed the husband, he stabbed the wife, and a rabbi came for the rescue. So he managed to take the rabbi's gun, and he shot the rabbi. And the wife, she ran for help with the knife stuck in her neck. So this is sad day, and it's inhumane and it's evil. And what drives me crazy and scares me, that if this Palestinian kid who's brainwashed and manipulated which is okay because this is how it is. The terrorists are brainwashed and manipulated. But he was brainwashed and manipulated to the point that he spared no one. He didn't spare the wife, he didn't spare the child, he didn't spare the rabbi. He killed the husband, attacked the wife and the child and the rabbi. That, come on, until the police came and shot him dead. So what provoked me and drove me crazy beyond imagination is when the BBC said that a Palestinian shot dead after Jerusalem attack and 2 kills. And kills 2. Sorry. So again, the BBC, they wrote about this incident of the husband, the wife, the child and the rabbi. They named it Palestinian shot dead after Jerusalem attack kills 2. Palestinian shot dead. This was the beginning of it. So for anyone who doesn't have enough time to check everything on the internet, on the go, while driving, while flying, whatever, once you read Palestinian shot dead, that's it. So definitely it's by the Israelis, these evil bastards who killed that Palestinian. It's very, the BBC says it, that's Palestinian shot dead. After Jerusalem attack kills 2. Who are these 2? They have names. They were family and a rabbi, and that's it. BBC, that's it. Kills 2. Who are these 2? You identified the attacker. You didn't name him as an attacker. You identified the attacker as just the Palestinian shot dead. So of course the Israelis did it. Come on, guys. But the Washington Post was like the best. They became higher than BBC. Right. Palestinian killed after a fatal attack. Palestinian killed after a fatal attack about a tragic incident like what happened on October 3rd. Palestinian is killed after a fatal attack. So from the headline, oh, okay, the Israelis killed him. Move on. I'm not gonna eat. But Washington Post and BBC knows that already. They are undermining what's going on in Israel to the point that they are trying to bury it, so the world won't know. The world doesn't know. Anyone who wants to really know has to follow the Jewish media, the Jewish press, and on the social media, of course. Israel has the right to be recognized. What's going on has to be mentioned fairly, without these cheap tactics. This has nothing to do with honesty. This has nothing to do with integrity. And it's a shame. Shame on the BBC and shame on Washington Post. Shame on you. And let me add one final thing regarding the media. I had an interview with one of the bloggers, of the Huffington Post. She interviewed me about my activism, about my achievement as a peace activist, my dreams as a peace activist, and what the work I have done through the years between the young Israelis and the young Arabs and the Muslims and the Jews and everything that I have done, and the price that I paid. And anyway, it was an amazing interview that shows everything and answers a lot of questions. And the Huffington Post, they refused to publish it because for them it's too political. Making peace between Israelis and Arabs, it's too political. I don't know. Shame on the Huffington Post. Shame on the media. Israel has the right to be recognized in the media. This is not fair. تدعى الله. السلام عليكم. Shalom alaikum. Ahmed, the Egyptian people.